Namaskar, good afternoon, good evening to everyone. This side Ratio Agrawal from Brain World. Today we are having our second set of webinar, Brain World Webinar 2021. First of all, I would like to say thank you to Kajal Chatija ma'am, who is helping us for the Zoom and live session going on and all these things. So thank you Kajal ma'am and EduDrone V Connect. And the next one, Romal Surana. She is a spiritual healer, founder of Nanna Gyan Foundation and running a group of Nanna Gyan. I think more than 10K parents added with her, and she is one of the best moderator, I must say. And I believe that 365 days, 365 moderation she is doing. And today we are having the topic scientific and astronomy, technology, science, and astronomy. So we are having very amazing speakers. One is a very youngest speaker with us. So I would like to over to Romal to continue the session with her inputs and insights. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, every participants who joined right now. Thank you, everyone. Romal, over to you.
Thank you, Reshu, for a warm welcome and lovely introduction. I am really, really obliged. A very good afternoon to everyone. I welcome you all on such a lovely webinar organized by Brain World, Reshu Agrawal. And to help her, we have lovely Kajal Chatija for this Zoom ID. And I would also like to thank all the viewers there who have joined on time and the speakers. Today we have with us Mr. Siddharth Vajpayee, who is an expert for astronomy. We have Gagan Loya, who is a young techno-scientist, I'll say 18-year-old. And we have Mr. Srinivas. Mr. Srinivas himself is a long list who has lot many feathers in his cap with lot many insights about science. He's a scientific demonstrator and lot many things about him. We are going to know about him soon. So the viewers, I would request if you have any questions regarding science, technology, solar eclipse, running technology, clean technology, any questions or anything regarding the careers, please put them in the chat box. We will be addressing those questions at the end of the session. So let's start with the session and let me introduce you to Mr. Srinivas. Mr. Srinivas, if you go, he's a founder of scientificstudents.com, president of Scientific Student Society, resource person for NCRT. So, you know, NCRT again, it means a lot of books, a lot of things have been there. And when you talk about resource person for Inspire, regional mentor for Change RMCOC for Niti Aayog. You know, Niti Aayog, everything which is related to government. Then Srinivas is also known as a scientific motivational demonstrator because he demonstrates all these innovations to the students. He doesn't just prepare or give the theory, he demonstrates them. And he prepares students for Google Scientific Science Fair, Intel International Science, Engineer Fair, that is ISEF, National Children's Science Congress, that is NCSC, Innovation in Science Pursuit for Inspired Research, that is Inspire. He is awarded as Best Teacher, Educational Special Magazine, the Best Mentor in TANA Global Science Fair 2013. And let me tell you all viewers, he has supported more than 1,000 children to present himself in different science exhibitions. So he is motivational for all, and more than that, he's really working for the students who really want to appear for Olympiads. You know, when we see India as such, where Olympiads are not being taken that seriously, though our kids are preparing for it, he really gives them that international support, guide them to reach that pinnacle. We welcome you, sir, for today's session.
Thank you very much.
So, sir, while going through your profile altogether, I would really like to know what is scientific student talks about and the scientific motivation. Because what I understand, kids understand everything to science, because when you talk about the theory, that is the gaga part, kids, that doesn't get into their mind. What you show is the scientific things and how does it works. So over to you, sir.
Thank you, Ramalji and Reshuji and Kajalji, all of you giving me this great opportunity to meet all of you here in this evening. And you mean this my 10-15 minutes starts from now so that I can demonstrate and talk about all
Yes,
that?
sir,
Okay, that's fine.
absolutely.
That's fine. Then in that case, to all my friends who are here on this Zoom call now, so firstly, I can say that in a brief that basically I'm basically a big thinker from right from my childhood days, and then I used to do a lot of third ford and all in my school days, and then I raised my in fact scientific temper on my own, and during those days I never know myself into which direction I am put in, but I know for sure whatever I see through my naked eyes, that must be known to my brain that how it works. That is the only fundamental one question I have in my mind. Then I tried my level best in school days, like how all the things work like that. And finally, during that +1, +2 days, I don't really remember because that is the time I'm trying to establish. But finally, I'm the one who decided where to be, my graduation has to be done. So fortunately, I'm there from Pune University, and I really gained lot much. I'm really proud that all my professors of Pune University made me such a brain, so that today I'm going to handle all that brain for my students of the entire nation. So ultimately, so as soon as I work for several companies in Pune, and I gained very practical knowledge. And just after that, immediately I started my own industry because I wanted to be a real entrepreneur right from my school days. That's what is my goal. So as soon as I became an entrepreneur, I started making a lot of products. Like I'm a design engineer, and I developed a lot of domestic and commercial and industrial. Various products were designed and developed by me, and started marketing. So I learned various skills. So again, that's where even on Tuesday evening 5:30 to 6:30, I'll be giving a talk at Neet Atal Innovation Mission about that particular topic is that all about digital skills. I'm going to take the session on that day, and every day, I mean, I will be taking a kind of one special topic, and every weekend, Tuesday evening 5:30 onwards. And in fact, the moment I started making all that various products, and then I minted little money, and then when I got an opportunity, because in Pune University I established a kind of video laboratory and all, so I have my lot of interest in satellite communications and all, as we can't really fly all the way like today our Indian girl as Shirisa is going all the way to space, but that time I also thought of reaching and enjoying the communications, like how the satellite communicates. So there's a lot of knowledge, and in fact there's a lot of curiosity is there, but however at that time I could not do that. But when I got an opportunity while I'm an entrepreneur working on satellites in the United States, so I picked it up, and then returned back after a few years, and then said, okay, let me do something. Because when I'm trying to understand the education, I mean especially the children, the way I did almost during 70s, the kind of happy schooling, why is not really I didn't find it from the school.
Yes.
And finally, what I mean to say, so I have one or two questions in my mind. So how can I make my children understand the science in a most practical way? So how do I raise the scientific temper? And how can I put my children of the entire nation into a proper scientific method? And another important questions I have in my mind, like how do I raise critical thinking and creative thinking with common sense? These are the points which I have taken it up almost in 2009. And after that, 2-3 years I did R&D, and finally I started see, in 2010, I started with scientific motivations, but later I found children will be more happy if I do some demonstration. So, I need to make children understand all about the local problems, because we have a lot of local problems. So let them understand local problems, and let them design solution for all those local problems, and then they can come out with because science is a solution for all of our problems of the entire universe. So now I'm going to take a demonstration of one local problem is for entire universe, because the drinking water is just 3% of the entire water what we have. So if we don't save the water, and definitely where we are going to end up, I can't say. That's why children need to know how do we save the water. So for that, the first gadget which I'm going to demonstrate is a water level indicator. So here is a water tank of my home, and I'm going to put this sensor into this, and they can see all the levels at what, like whether the full, it's a full, and say it's off, it's just reserve, and I need to keep on the motor on, and I can see the levels, and finally when it gives the sound, I can switch off the motor. So which such a low cost, I mean, with my little brain put into this small box, and finally when children can make this such kind of thing, and they can save lot of water, because no question of any more spillover. That's one thing. Second thing is that they can save the electricity, because water will go to the tank only with the help of the electricity. So saving the energy, saving the water is nothing but raising the patriotic nature in every single student, because that's what is our honorable Prime Minister of India, Sri Narendra Modi, also said several times that one has to be patriotic, not by just putting three colors on tick. It is to save the water and electricity. Even if you save 1 watt of electricity, is nothing but saving the nation. That's what he mentioned. So respect and honor that statement. I did that, and also I have another small gadget to demonstrate here. See, how do we save? In fact. See how we can inspire our children. See, this is in fact a metal detector to make children understand all about the charge offered by every single metal. So here, this small metal detector, it is a metal. So children can understand how a metal detector works, like how police officers will use the metal detector at various places to understand all the matters. So this is the technique, okay? And so that with this small gadgets, and also these days moms are very busy with so much great serials happening all across the nation. So sometimes they are forgetting their gas, like, so gas leakages is happening. So if at all something goes wrong, like a gas kind of bomb blast, so it is very bad to see the situation. That's where we have developed a small gas leak detector. This fellow will sense the gas and immediately it gives so much. So let them be busy with their favorite, interesting, loving serials. We don't mind. So we are raising the children so that they will work with the solutions. In similar to that, I don't know these days whether children eat properly or not. So I just want to check their energy. So I just made this in every school. I gave these gadgets to check their own energy, like their strength. So they can hold off it and they can check their energy. So they'll enjoy a lot much. Similar to that, a lot of government school children, they cannot go to school regularly because their parents will take them to the farming lands and all. So I said, okay, why can't we do a solution? Because they like the teaching, they like their own teachers, but the school is not there with them. That's where we said, because these days, all FM radios, children are very happy to enjoy the FM radio with the earplugs and then the small 500 rupees cell phone kind of thing. Then in that case, if I put this small FM transmitter in their beloved science teacher's pocket, so anywhere school, anytime school, so that children can do whatever, but learning is not going to stop. So this is another gadget, because there's a problem that there must be a solution for the same as well. But however, a lot of times street lights are on even in the morning at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, something like that. So the way, I need to switch off my local floodlight. Then I can show you this. See, this is my street light, but when the morning sun has come, so now my torchlight is my sun. When the sun comes on it, it must automatically off. When sun go away, and it must come automatically on its own. So this is how automatic street light system comes. So that we can say, because street lights consume a lot of energy, thousands of watts. So if you can put this one for one entire area, suppose say Pune, I used to there in Sadasivpet, Pune 30. So if I install this one for entire one Sadasivpet, that's it. This is going to take care for entire that Sadasivpet, okay, to save the entire street lights in time, in off and on or whatnot. So in similar to that, and children need to understand one particular most important thing, the basic circuit in our electrical subject and all. So I also made one basic circuit here, but I'm going to operate this is a magnet. So with this magnet, I'm controlling the basic circuit on off. So this is a question to given to children, how my magnet is going to switch off my basic circuit and switch on the basic circuit. So this is how I raise the children, because this is a very common sense. They know for sure what is a basic circuit, but how the basic circuit is controlled with a magnet piece, like magnetic energy, magnetic force. So this is how we need to raise their scientific temper. At the same time, we can also make them understand a kind of music. See, one student came to me, and she wanted to learn. So after she learned from me through my children's circuit lab, and this is what she made. And it's so simple. What is there in rocket? No rocket science, nothing. Okay. So just connections and all the stuff like that. And ultimately I asked that girl, what is the name you wanted to give to this product? And then she said, sir, this is made in a tiffin box. So let us call it as tiffin box piano. So likewise, we never know what a kid think like. And in similar to that, while I'm used to go to the engineering college in Pune, a lot of times my bags used to be, because Vijayawada railway station is very dangerous railway station. When I'm in deep sleep, a lot of people used to, so at that time I made this one. You see, I used to keep this one in my suitcase, and if anyone takes away my suitcase, it gives a lot of sound, like police kind of sound.
Yes.
So that immediately they drop down that box itself and they go away. And another most important point, in similar to that, you people will be surprised to see this is what is the LED lamp is supposed to work on 220 volts. This is designed and made. But I said I just wanted to prepare one inverter for a 10 rupees inverter. So this is the 10 rupees inverter. Why? Because it is 10 rupees inverter. See, this is working on a battery. For a student studying in a government school cannot afford like 40,000, 50,000 for use massive cost of the batteries and the inverters and UPS and all. So a day before the examination, if power goes off, his entire 1 year long preparation goes bad. That's where I said, okay, this is going to solve his problem for that day, maybe for 10 hours. That's okay. It doesn't matter. So this is how the solution can be so simple. Doesn't matter. And similar to that, I also prepared a small windmill. So suppose say, if you wanted to see this, I'm going to see, I have a ceiling fan here. So now this is going to pick up with the wind of the, see, you see the lights are coming up here. Oh, I just forgot to switch off. You can see all the lights beautifully coming up. And I'm not paying for this because anyway I'm paying for the ceiling fan and the wind is coming on this. And then my wind turbine is working. All lights are coming out. And you can see the lights coming on my face as well. Okay. So why is that I'm saying? We need to make children understand very interestingly. And also I have developed a kind of solar lab. So I request all my students, if they are there here in our Zoom call, that they can visit my website, scientificstudents.com/solarlab.html. They know every single bit and piece of why you need to be a solar soldier of this nation. Because ultimately, if you don't, soldiers are not the ones who only be there in the borders. Soldiers have to be every single square feet of the nation. Absolutely. So that our nation can be do a lot much better. So I wish that all my students are supposed to be solar soldiers, because how long we continue burn the coal and make our environment so unused, like I can say the global warming and that climate change and the World Meteorology Institutions, what they are talking about, how the global warming index today we have reached 1 degree plus, and if it reaches plus 1.5 degree and all, then what could be the, already you have seen that 29th of June that USA and Canada, the forest and all, and again a few months ago at Australia, I mean lakhs of acres and lakhs of animals just fried like a chicken. How long it continue? That's where we need to prepare our students, understand, preparing this kind of study table, and they can understand all these things. Okay. And this is another area. And also, I also prepared the first time I'm demonstrating a special gadget. This is to prepare children understand all about wind energy. It's a wind turbine. And then I can make them understand through this particular specially designed technology, so that they can understand what is the power coming out. So this is a cute and the most useful demonstrative stuff. And to drive this particular, the wind turbine, I also prepared because I have to give them an idea like how the wind can go, because here I can, this is a wind simulator. So I can give and raise the wind velocity and all, and the angle of wind and all these things I can change with this, the blue fellow, and the green fellow will capture the energy within the wind, so that children understand all about the energy of the wind. So, so these are some of the few of the things and all I have. I think I'm done with my time as well. So yes, I developed near about 250 different gadgets. And
hats off to you. Hats off to you. I must say, मतलब मुझे अभी दर्द हो गया है यहाँ पे. वो ऐसा स्माइल करते करते.
So next column. रेशु जी,
Seriously.
नेक्स्ट कलम बनाने के लिए हम कुछ करना चाहिए, बहुत कुछ करना चाहिए.
Very true, very true.
Because I'm fortunate to work with Dr. Kalam several times, and the kind of inspiration I received from him, and so we have to do a lot much. We have to do ultimately.
Exactly.
Yeah, so we have to do lot much. And एक बात और एक बात क्या है, मेरा भारत महान इसलिए हमारा भारत, I means not only intellectuals, I means all inventive and innovative India. It has to be towards productive India. So I strongly felt myself that how long we import, when is the day it's not happening that export starts up, then foreign currency can be controlled. We import everything. Every day morning, if I want to buy a nail cutter, made in China. What is science? I don't know. In 6th class, I learned simple science. This is effort, here is a hinge, and here is a, all that. So simple science. It's simple science. It is an example in simple science, but we don't make it. We just import it from Korea, China, Taiwan, whatnot. So ultimately, I want to make my children understand right from school days. I have taken from class 6 to class 9th, ultimate cream of the, and ultimately they need to know our beloved Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi has given a big slogan like Made in India, Make in India. Skill India, School India. So what Skill India he said, I said, okay, let me add at the rate School India. So I'm trying my level best. So far near about 550, 600 schools I have reached and served and motivated and educated children the way that we need to be more practical in science, so that science is a solution and that is for humanity. So Mera Bharat Mahan. And I think with this, I can conclude my session that we can do much better. And I've developed the website scientificstudents.com. And there are two main domains. And the third domain, wind turbine, is also going to be added very much, maybe next after weekdays also. But children can greatly benefit with the first domain, scientificstudents.com/circuitlab.html. And second domain is subdomain is scientificstudents.com/solarlab.html. Then you will understand so much what is the best I have done from Prime Minister of India and to the local ground level reality, how we can club the scientist to the student, all these things. So scientists are the ones to solve the problem. COVID has come, but fine, that is only handling the people. And scientists have invented the vaccine and medicine, whatnot, everything is coming out. That's a good thing. But who is going to handle the global warming? That's a universal issue as well. So that's where we all have to work together and prepare our children, because there are dynamic problems. Our children have to be more dynamic to address and resolve those dynamic problems. That's where they can be ready. Not that they can scare. No, we have to prepare them to face anything. Let it be whatever best. So I'll tell you, see, one of my students, Lavanya, is also there. She likes one of my quote, I believe so. She always likes that particular thing. See, having a problem is not at all a problem. But having no problem is the biggest problem, because we miss the opportunity to solve the problem. I think Lavanya likes it very much. Similar to that, let us handle our children in a most practical world. How long we just limit to ourselves to learning only two-dimensional way? The world is hell. It's now 21st century. Already 21 years are going there, and we have to prepare our children in a most practical, three-dimensional way of learning. Let children learn the things by making. That's where, fortunately, our NEP 2020 is a great thing has come out. Let's all be part of it and prepare our India as a global Bharatma, Vishwamata. Like already earlier, we are the ones like Vishwagurus. Because zero is given by our Indians.
Exactly.
And the Susruta who prepared everybody on the globe that we can operate and make life for next. But now today, since last 25, 30 years, I don't know how the education system little taking rest. But again, we all have to ignite and inspire and put them in an innovative India, so that India can do lot much. Otherwise, we are in a big threat as well. So that's where so many patents, lakhs of patents filed by neighbors, but not. We have to raise our children. We have to prepare our children, understand the greatness of our all our हमारा पहले का जो इतना भी अच्छा खतरनाक मतलब साइंटिस्ट है उनके. So with this, I think I can tell once again, Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, and Jai Vignan and Jai Anusandhan, and then Jai Bharat.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Wonderful time.
Your words have really, really inspired. The way you said upcoming kids needs to be inspired. Our next